Manga-Waido.
My name is Satoru Goda. I'm a 35-year-old office worker. My wife, Miss Sato, is a primary school teacher. Our meeting goes back to when we were in kindergarten. Our houses were close together and our parents were good friends, so we were always together. Even after entering junior high school, we often ended up going to school together.
Ah, Satoru and Misato are together again! Woohoo! You two look good together!
It's none of your business.
I was small and shy, and my classmates used to tease me at the time. Misato, who had a strong personality, took the lead.
Don't bully my Satoru!
She even talked directly to the bullies and forced them to back down. I gradually came to like the strong-willed Misato. And finally, when I was in high school, I confessed. I like you, Misato!
Yeah, I know.
What?
I was going to marry you, Satoru. Our parents have been saying that for a while. What now?
Really?
Yeah, but I'm happy. You confessed to me. Sorry, I'm laughing.
Hey, you're not supposed to be laughing. I still can't forget the slightly embarrassed look on Misato's face at the time. When I got home, I was called to Misato's house.
So, from today, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. Oh, really? Congratulations, but it feels a bit late, doesn't it? I said that too. But I'm glad. You know how Misato is, right? I was worried that no one would want to be with her. Please, take good care of Misato, Satoru.
Yes. Our relationship continued smoothly. I found a job, and Misato became a teacher, which had always been her dream. And a few years later, we got married. Our busy but fulfilling married life passed by in the blink of an eye. But for some reason, we were unable to have children for many years. Before we knew it, we were on the verge of having a late-in-life baby. So we started serious fertility treatment. But even after that, we were unable to conceive, and time just kept passing us by.
Hey, Satoru, I have a favor to ask.
Yeah,
I want you to go and get yourself checked out.
of course I agreed, and I took the test with a light heart, but
Oligospermia?
it seems that there's a problem with sperm production. I'm sorry I didn't notice before. It was my fault.
Don't apologize. You have oligospermia, not azoospermia, right?
Yeah, but
Then I'm not giving up.
at Misato's suggestion, we decided to try artificial insemination, but it would cost a tremendous amount of money to do so. We worked hard to save up, and it took several more years before we reached our target amount. Even with all that effort, the artificial insemination we tried was a series of failures. We had almost given up, thinking that it was over financially. It was then that we found out that Misato was pregnant.
I can't believe I'm pregnant naturally. It's like a dream.
It really is! Thanks to Misato's hard work!
Let's take good care of this child of ours.
Yeah! But this moment of joy would disappear in an instant. One day, we were called in by a doctor with a serious expression on his face. When I looked at the ultrasound, the baby's lungs were only 1/3 the size they should be. It's probably a diaphragmatic hernia. Diaphragmatic hernia? The doctor said it was an intractable disease of unknown cause. And if the baby were to be born as is, the lungs would be compressed and it would suffer respiratory failure. Even if the baby survives, it will suffer from asthma, hearing impairment, and psychomotor developmental disorders for a long time to come. No way! I honestly couldn't understand anything that came after that point. Is it my fault?
Maybe it's my fault. So, let's stop blaming ourselves.
Sorry.
No matter what obstacles we face, it's our cute little baby.
So you're going to have the baby, right?
Yes, I'm scared, but I want to spend time with this child.
Yeah. Let's do our best together. My wife and I spent the days leading up to the birth being very careful.
I bought this for the baby. It's made of cotton and feels good on the skin.
That's nice. As soon as we found out the baby was a girl, we showed our parental foolishness by buying a huge amount of clothes and toys for girls. But then, the thing we were most afraid of happened. The labor pains came a month earlier than the expected date.
Satoru, keep praying that we can meet this child.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
That's more than enough.
Misato left a smile on her face as she was wheeled into the operating room. I paced relentlessly, going outside to get some air, waiting for the moment to arrive. When I looked up at the sky, it was a clear blue sky. The sky is beautiful. Beautiful sky. Misora. Misora, that's a nice name.
Sir, it's almost time. Please come back.
Oh, yes! Misora, who was born by C-section, was immediately taken away by a nurse. Misato, who was under general anesthesia, never saw Misora and remained asleep. Even so, I was grateful that Misora had been born into this world. It was half a day later that I was able to speak with Misato. Thank you. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Did you decide on a name?
Yeah, a beautiful sky. Misora.
Mizora. What a nice name. But Mizora seems to have complications, so they have to do lots of tests. Poor thing with such a small body.
I'm sure she'll be fine. She's our child after all.
Yeah.
2 days later, Misora's surgery was performed. The surgery was a success, but even after a month, there was still no sign of being able to leave the NICU. And we've done everything we can, but anything could happen at any time. It was essentially a terminal prognosis. That day, Misato and I cried the whole time. What have we done? What has Misora done? We were so frustrated and sad that every day felt like the lowest point. And a month later, on a clear day without a cloud in the sky, Misora finally departed for said sky.
Why, Mizora?
And that was also the day that Misato lost her smile. Ever since that day, Misato has been in a daze, never letting go of Misora's urn. Let's go outside for a breath of air once in a while.
No, I don't want to leave.
You're going to go crazy like this.
I won't leave Mizora alone.
Misato spent every day crying and never wanted to go outside, even for a single step. She even quit her job as an elementary school teacher, which she loves so much while on maternity leave.
I don't want to look at the sky, so close the curtains. Shut the window, I can hear children's voices. Can you turn off the TV?
Misato became more and more withdrawn. Despite that, I did as she asked, hoping it would help her feel a little better. But after a year of living like that, it was starting to get a little too much. Then one day, my mother-in-law came to the rescue.
Misato, you're Mizora-chan's mother, so you have to pull yourself together so you don't embarrass her. But, you should grieve as much as you want now. But then, one day you'll be able to smile again. I wonder if I'll be able to smile again. You will. I always have a smile on my face, right? Mom, you'll never understand how I feel. Maybe that's true. But you're a strong girl. I'm sure the day will come when you can show Mizora your smile. If Mizora wants that, of course she does.
My mother-in-law gave me a look and made the following proposal to Misato.
What do you think? It's about time you went outside. If you stay cooped up inside all the time, you'll only get more depressed. Right, Satoru?
That's right. I want to go for a walk with Misato too. So will you go with me?
I don't want to go to a place where there are children. I think Mizora-chan wants to go out and play. What? I think she wants to go to the park with her father and mother. Oh, that's not fair. If you say that, I can't refuse.
When we arrived at the park, we saw parents with their children happily running around. Was it too early? But Misato also tried her best to enjoy a stroll around the park. After walking for a while, she sat down on a bench, and as we were feeling the sunlight and breeze,
Haley!
a young girl stopped in front of us and pointed to the stuffed toy that was Misato's keepsake.
That stuffed animal. If you don't want it, I'll take it. I'll play with it for you. What?
I don't know how to explain it, but she was a girl with a mysterious atmosphere. Looking closely, there was a large heart-shaped birthmark on the back of her right hand that she was using to point. I'm sorry, but it's important.
I know. Hey, Auntie, why are you ignoring me?
I'm sorry, what do you mean? The girl stares at Misato's knees and remains silent. What's wrong? Are you alone? Where's your mother?
My mom isn't here.
How did you get here?
I came to see Auntie, but you're ignoring her this whole time.
Huh?
What do you mean by ignore? She's been talking with you the whole time, but you just ignore. That's why it's no good.
What? What do you mean?
Who's talking to me? The baby?
What? Enough of this.
Satoru, wait. Let's hear what she has to say. By baby, do you mean Mizora? Yeah, the baby. So her name is Mizora. Mizora is here? Yeah? She's been sitting on your lap the whole time worrying about you. Worried? She says she's sorry she could only be with you for a short time. She doesn't want you to cry because it makes her sad too. Mizora said that? She's been saying that since a while ago. She wants you to cheer up because something good will happen.
Misato started crying as she hugged the stuffed animal. I held Misato in my arms. And...
I'm sorry, but I can't see Mizora, so will you play with her for me? Yeah!
Then the girl joyfully ran around in front of us, circling around a certain point. Perhaps at the center of it all was the one-year-old Misora. Misato watched the scene unfold, crying and smiling gently the whole time. At this moment, we had certainly become parents for the first time in a year. I wonder how much time has passed.
Mizora plays so much that she's getting sleepy. I see, she's sleepy? Yeah, I'll get the stuffed animal back to you, Auntie. See you later, Auntie. Cheer up! Thank you. You'll be fine no matter what happens in the future. Bye!
What?
What a strange child.
Really? Just then, water spurted out of the fountain with great force, and in an instant, the girl's figure disappeared.
What?
She disappeared, right? We looked around everywhere, but we couldn't see the girl anywhere.
I wonder if she was an angel.
Yeah. I was so surprised by this strange turn of events that I forgot about the sadness, and it seems Misato felt the same way. She had regained her usual cheerful expression. We went straight to Misato's parents' house. I wanted to thank my mother-in-law for gently pushing Misato on her back.
Is that what happened? She said she didn't have a mother. I think she was an angel. She had a birthmark in the shape of a heart on her hand. Was that on the back of her right hand? Yeah, it was. But how did you know? You may not know this, but there's a certain legend that has been passed down in this area.
A legend?
It's called the Mountain God's Child. When this town was still a village, the area was mountainous. At that time, there was a child ghost called the Mountain God's Child, who is said to be a mischievous but kind messenger of the mountain god. I don't know where it comes from, but it seems that the child is a god of rebirth and reincarnation. If you've met the child, I'm sure Mizora-chan will be reborn someday and come to see you all again. I wonder. I hope that's the case. But in order for that to happen, you have to smile every day, okay? Yeah.
After that, Misato and my mother-in-law, who had completely recovered their spirits, were happily chatting for the first time in a while.
Misato, don't overdo it. Yeah, I'm fine now. Thanks to you too, Dad.
Yeah.
Well then, we're off!
Why did you tell such an obvious lie about that child?
Well, although the story about the child is a made-up story, if it gives her hope, it's all that matters, right? Besides, it's not like it's all lies, is it?
Then, that girl.
I think so. She's the older daughter of Misato, who died a few weeks after she was born. A birthmark in the shape of a heart is something that doesn't happen every day, right?
Yeah.
Even after she passed away, she's watching over from heaven as her big sister.
From that day on, Misato began to smile again. Little by little, she was able to do the housework again. And after a week, she was almost back to normal. Perhaps all of this was thanks to that girl. And Misora's memorial service for the ashes?
Yeah, because of my selfishness, we weren't able to properly hold a memorial service for her.
But are you going to be okay?
I'm her mother, you know? I can't be crying forever.
I see. You're right. On the day we saw Misora off, we both looked up at the sky.
What a beautiful sky, Mizora.
They say a name can reveal a person's character.
When you're ready, come back to us.
Yeah, I want you to come back. I don't know if our thoughts were understood or if it was because of that girl, but 2 years later, we conceived naturally and had our second daughter, Michi. My unexplained semen disorder had somehow improved. This time, the delivery went smoothly, and Michi grew up healthily after that. And
Wow, it's so big!
we had moved a few years ago, and today we were visiting that park for the first time in a while. After playing around with Michi for a while and taking a short break,
And then I told my mom, isn't it cute?
Michi? Who are you talking to?
I'm playing with my big sister and the girl with the heart. Your sister and the girl with the heart? Yeah, they're always together.
I see. From that time.
Tell the child with the heart that I said thank you. Okay.
And tell your big sister that I love her.
Oh, she knows.
I see. You've always watched over us, haven't you? When I looked up at the sky, it was a beautiful blue sky that day, too.